That's the point. Rock, I'm going to do the edifying on German, bro. We appreciate your time. Also Leute, schaut mal her. Dass wir diese Person heute auf diesem Teamcall am Start haben, ist nicht mal eine Selbstverständlichkeit, es ist eine verdammte Ehre des Grauens, okay? Ich glaube, diese eine Person, die jetzt kommen wird, ja, ich will nicht, dass ihr es unterschätzt, Leute, okay? So für die Leute unter euch, ob ihr einen Tag dabei seid, einen Monat, ein Jahr, was auch immer, die Person, die jetzt hier gleich am Start sein wird, ist eine verdammte Legende. Und ich glaube, Leute, dieser eine Typ hat mehr Go-Live-Sessions in Stunden, als wir alle überhaupt Stunden verbracht haben, damit zu traden. Ich glaube, dieser Typ, no joke, Leute, dieser Typ hat so eine lange Erfahrung in den Märkten. Und zwar geht es um Rock Kumer, Leute, ja. Die Person, von der ich persönlich Trading gelernt habe und viele Leute von euch ja, lernen von ihm Smart Money Concepts, ja. Und er bringt uns das Ganze wirklich in einer extrem simplen, verständlichen Art und Weise rüber. Leute, damit ihr euch das so vorstellen könnt, ich habe von Rock alles, okay? Mein gesamtes Trading-System, ja. Mein gesamtes Trading-System basiert auf dem von Rock, okay? Alles basiert darauf, ja? Logical Area, Break of Structure, Point of Interest, das ist die Sache. Leute, ihr müsst euch vorstellen, auch die Sachen psychologisch, die wirklich Rock immer auf den Sessions droppt, sind absolut krass, ja? Ich habe so oft von ihm, ja, ohne dass er es überhaupt weiß, habe ich so oft Schellen von ihm kassiert. No joke. Und ich habe mir einige Affirmationen von Rock wirklich ja aufgeschrieben, ja? Zum Beispiel impatient people only impatient people are in the 1-minute time frame. Und so weiter und so fort, ja, und deswegen, Leute, es ist eine absolute Ehre. Dieser Typ, Leute, ja, ist seit mehreren Jahren auf Go Live. Ich weiß nicht, ob es jetzt 4 oder 5 Jahre sind, ja, wie lange der jetzt auf Go Live unterwegs ist. Und Leute, was ich an Rock bewundere vor allem, ist seine Konsistenz, ohne Scheiß. Wer kennt das von euch? Droppt mal gerne eine einzelne Chat. Wer kennt das, ja? Ihr hattet mal einen Scheißtag im Trading und dann lasst ihr das mal eine Woche einfach sein. Wer kennt das so? Wer kennt das, wenn man mal inconsistent ist? Leute, ich soll euch was sagen. Nach Rock Kumer, Leute, könnt ihr die verdammte Uhr stellen. No joke. Der Typ hat über 500 Go-Live-Sessions hochgeladen. 500 Leute. Das ist knapp 4 Wochen reines Videomaterial über Trading. Ja, ich habe noch nie erlebt, dass Rock mal nicht auf einer Go-Live-Session war. Ja, immer pünktlich am Start und nach dem Typen kannst du die verdammte Uhr stellen, okay? So, das ist die Sache. Und deswegen, Leute, der Typ, der wirklich Smart Money nach Europa gebracht hat, der Typ, der wirklich seit mehreren Jahren uns Mehrwert droppt, ja, wird heute mit uns teilen, was seine Story ist, ja, zum einen. Und zum anderen habe ich auch Rock darum gebeten, ihr zu erzählen, hey, wie man in die Zone reinkommt, ja. Viele von euch kennen ja Trading in the Zone, das Buch, ja. Rock hat es, glaube ich, auch unter anderem gelesen, hat auch darüber geredet, ja. Und er wird uns erzählen, ja, was es wirklich beansprucht, um ein profitabler Trader an diesen Finanzmärkten zu werden. Weil es benötigt nicht nur irgendwie ein bisschen so Autoship und ich bin am Start auf Partiencalls. Nein, Mann, wir bewegen uns am größten Finanzmarkt der ganzen Welt, an dem nur 3% der Menschen profitabel sind. Und soll ich euch was sagen? Dieser Typ ist seit mehrere Jahre konstant profitabel und teacht uns das Ganze. Und Leute, deswegen ist es absolut nicht selbstverständlich, dass Rock jetzt auf diesem Call am Start ist. Und ich sage euch eins, Leute, ja, wenn er das erste Wort raushaut, ich möchte jetzt danach von euch, Leute, dass ihr komplett durchdreht im Chat, dass ihr mitschreibt, wie noch nie fucking nochmal zuvor. Und deswegen, Rock, Bro, the German squad is appreciating your time. Man, it's an absolutely honor to have you on our team call. A lot of us people have seen you on Go Live on a consistent basis. And bro, we are ready to hear your story. We are ready to hear how to become a constant profitable trader in the markets. I'm giving you the co-host, and now it's your turn. So I have to find you. Easy going. All right. Now you are the co-host, Rock, and we appreciate your time.
There we go.
Let's go.
There we go. What's up, everybody? I hope everything is working. I hope that we sound loud and clear. There you go. Awesome. All right, cool. All right, so guys, thank you so much. I'm really grateful that I can literally be here for the next 60 minutes or so, and I'm stoked. Like it's crazy. I never host a call for a German squad, but I'm happy that we have, of course, people all the way here in Europe as well, trying to go the master, let's say, skill set down. All right, so let's go really in the beginning, because people were constantly asking me, okay, share the story. So let's go back, like who I am and where I came from and all that. So let's go back into 2013, right? 2013 was the time when I was like between high school and college, right? And we have like usually have 4 months worth of vacation, and you already know that at that time I was like always, let's say, watching YouTube videos like vloggers traveling around the globe, right, exploring all that, places around, right? And always like having a fancy cars and literally the best lifestyle, right? And I was really keen to see like how can I be that person? Like I was not wanting to literally die to be a 9 to 5 let's say person that I'm just gonna go to the job doing the 45 years and then I'm gonna be free, whatever, right? So I was believing that I need to find something, right? I need to find something. And in July that year, the friend of mine come to me saying, you know what, let's do something else. Like I found something on the internet. It's way better than sports bet. Like I was betting on football, right? We were trying to get some money in, right? And it was binary options, right? And binary options at a time we already know, like we're talking about 8 years ago. So it was crazy. And what we did was we put 150 euros each into the trading account. We didn't know nothing. Like we just had a page, right? There was like a point going up and down and two buttons, and that's it. Like I didn't know nothing. We're just pressing buttons, right? And we actually blew that account in 5 days because we didn't know nothing, right? And then what happened is like we got like a little bit feeling, right? Of course, go and watch some videos on YouTube, try to do something research on the Google. And after 5 days, we said, oh, you know what? Let's try it again. Now we know what we are doing. Now we have a feeling that if it's gonna go higher, probably it's gonna go lower in the next minute or so, right? Didn't even know that charts exist at that time. So we throw another 150 euros down, right? And we blew that account in 2 days because we thought that we got it, right? That the next trade is going to be the trade. And we blew it. Now, what happened is that after that, that friend never chased the binary or the knowledge or that, let's say, skill set after. And in September of that year, I went to college and I started thinking, well, now I'm here, right? I'm away from home, right? I'm not living with parents anymore, like I'm in the college campus, I have the time freedom. Now let's do the research. And what happened is that I was kind of like lucky because I found Zachary Hogan in Facebook, right? They were doing their own Facebook group when they were teaching people like what pip is and what chart is. And at that time, right, he's actually my mentor from day one. And he guided me through like what forex is, how the chart looks like, how to trade binary. He gave me some of the strategies that we used at the time, and I have a little bit success in the feeling, but I find out that forex is way more easier and I can control the risk way better. And that's why we only focus on forex, right? Now, that was my introduction to literally the charts. And when I saw the charts, I fell in love, right? I was obsessed with Wall Street guys, right? With the black ties, like with the suits, all that lawyer, I don't know, 35 floor lifestyle. That was me. That was what I'm going for. So when I saw the chart, I said, you know what, this is it, right? And I had literally two screens in my room in college, right, trying to master the plan, but I never got the consistency. I was like having a little bit success, but then something came and I fell down. Maybe like even burning accounts, like it was chaos, right, for the first 3 years. And what happened is that what was the problem is the fact that I was always kind of like trying to catch the next trade as a home run. All right, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be doubling my account. This is what I need to go in on this trade because now they're gonna like it's gonna fly, right? 100 pips, 200 pips. Like my daily, not daily, but like my weekly goal was 1,000 pips at a time. Doesn't matter the risk to reward. It was just like 1,000 pips. I want to go for 1,000 pips. And what happened is that I mean there was a little bit of success. I had my first withdrawal. I had my first four figures broken. Then I had my first five figures broken. Then, but it was not consistent. Right, I really didn't have a feeling like what the market should be doing next. I didn't have that anticipation and all that. And Zach was actually introduced me into his mentor, which was Adi Veteri at that time. In 2015, that's when my mind literally was exploded with the smart money concept, right? He showed us stuff that I didn't even know that I need to think about it. And now that way, when they show me that, I found out that there are like three groups of traders that are constantly involved with the marketplace. First group, there is like 95% of the people that are constantly losing the money. It's the fact, it's statistic, right? In the first 90 days, they're gonna blow probably 90 to 100% of their trading account. because those are people that are just heard about forex. They don't have the education, they don't know what the risk to reward means, right? The emotions go, they think that they're going to be a millionaire after 24 hours, right? And they just blew their account. um, and let's say the next group, right, the next 4% is, let's say, the traders that they understand that forex is being manipulated, right, some way or another. But because the internal ego of them, they want to be smarter than smart money, right? And they want to go against it. They want to put in a position themselves that, all right, if I press a buy now, market needs to go higher, right? And then what happened is those people are struggling with consistency. I mean, they have wins and they have losses, right? But there is no, like, let's say, experiencing the compounding effect. And then we come into the 1% bracket. That's where we want to be, right? That's where we want to dominate. And that's when you actually figure out that the only way that you can get consistency over here and be professional withdrawal, not a professional depositor, is actually when you figure out that the only way you can be profitable is trading with the banks, right? And that's where smart money comes into play. That's why we use the smart money concept, because it's pretty much like breaking down where the banks are entering the marketplace. Now, of course, we are not 100% right all the time, right? But if we are smashing out 60%, 70%, we are literally dominating, right? We are outperforming the best hedge funds all there, right? And that's you're actually doing from your own laptop. You're outperforming professionals out there. But what is the problem over here is the fact that when we come to this, let's say, industry, and because where the, let's say, all the social media pushed this forex industry as well, is like everybody wants that instant gratification. Like for me to really figure out what I need to do on daily basis in the charts to get consistency took 3.5 years and 5 blown accounts. Right now, ask yourself, can you sustain to be in the marketplace for the next 3.5 years? Can you still be here doing exactly the same thing? If the answer is yes, then if you're gonna stick with it, there is gonna be that breaking um, out of, let's say, the next level where you're just gonna shift into another dimension, right? Now that's when I figure out that it's not like that I need to catch the best R&R on each trade, but I want to be consistent in profit every single trade that I take. So where was my biggest breakthrough? And it happened in 2017. It was literally like a few months before I entered with Zach into the IM. Was when I figured out, like, okay, I'm always going for, let's say, 1 to 8 risk to reward trade, or 1 to 10 risk to reward trade, or even higher, right? And I'm consistently having either break even or stop loss, right? Or market come really close to my take profit and then reverse. And at the end of the month, like, I was barely making any profit. But I had banger entries. It's just like the profit is not, it was not on my MetaTrader account. So what I did is, like, okay, I break down the last, let's say, 30 trades. What was on the table already, but I didn't take it. And because of that, was what I was doing was I was calculating the certain percentage out of each trade, what was on average hit it, like which take profit was on average hit it. That's when it breaks me, like, oh, this is the number that I should see right now in MetaTrader 4 instead of having this. And that's where I, like, literally something just switch in my brain. It's like, I don't want to be, let's say, known out there to have the best R&R at the end of the day. What I want to know is, like, having really consistent growth on MetaTrader 4 and experience that compounding effect in my MetaTrader account. That was my goal. And that was my literally breaking breakthrough when I figure out 1 to 3, 1 to 5. That's all I need. That's all I need. Because, like, think about it. 8% on a trade. Some might say, well, it's not that big of a deal, or it's really small. Let's put it differently. If you go right now doing the FTMO challenge, there is like $200,000 account that you can get. Now, if you have 2 wins on a weekly basis with 1 to 3, 1 to 5, it can be like either 5 pips, it can be 50 pips. If you've done it, you've done it. So 2 wins, 8 plus 8 equals 16%. Now calculate that in $200,000. It comes down to $32,000 with 2 wins. What can happen then is like you can withdraw that money back. You got like pretty much you get 25,000 when you split with the FTMO. Now you have your 5-figure trading account without the rules of the FTMO with 2 wins, simple wins. And we didn't even, let's say, struggle in the lower time frame trying to figure out the best 1 minute entry and then just hold it to gazillion RNR, right? Because it does not need it to be there. Now, when I saw that, when I started putting my trade in a position that, okay, all right, let's do this. I'm gonna twin trade. So I'm opening 2 trades on exactly the same entry and have exactly the same stop loss. But first take profit is gonna be 1 to 3, and the second take profit is gonna be 1 to 5, and that's it. And when I start doing that, like the account literally got like a nitro boost. Like it was just going really parabolic, right? And I was like astonished, like this is all I need to do. And when I saw the numbers growing each and single week, each single month, it was the confirmation that if I teach that, everybody should be profitable. After you're done, and that's why I challenge my squad here. Just stick with this risk reward. Like you can go and watch on my favorite session. We have the entire hour when I break down literally everything how you can do it. And when I challenge my people in my organization, I know that you might watch people on social media right now doing 1 to 20 and 1 to 15 and mastering this 15 seconds time frame. It's all good. But think about it. How can you be consistent on a lower time frame if you're not even master the higher time frame? Because at the end of the day, it's exactly the same thing. It's just the fact is that you're being impatient on a higher time frame because it's taking several hours to something to happen. That's when you start to go in a lower time frame, right? And I fell into that bracket. I won, well, like when industry and social media went high, like crazy hype on a smaller time frame, everybody was trying to master the lower time frame. And what happened? Even though that we know the smart money concepts and we understand how the market works, right? I had, let's say, 1, 2, or 3 consecutive loss before market give me that expansion that I want to. Now, yes, okay, at the end of the day, the R&R was there. But for me personally, I don't want to have 3 consecutive losses and still believe that market is going to do something. It was really stressful. So I said, you know what? Why do I need to have trading as a stressful thing and not being, let's say, focused on a, let's say, team and or building this organization and all that? Because I really, let's say, I'm feeling like a failure, right? If I have really bad day or I blew, I don't know, 10% of account on like in 1 hour trying to master or trying to catch a 1 minute entry, right? I was saying, you know what, that's not for me. Like I understand that there are people that are mastering the seconds time frame, 1 minute. Okay, fine. But I understand what is for me that makes me profitable and what is my edge, right? And my edge was 1 to 3 and 1 to 5. And after that, where I implement that into my organization, I said, you know what? Prove me that you're ready to go in a lower time frame. And I teach every single one that comes to my organization, even if they have family, they have 9 to 5. Usually they have busy schedules, right? 3 time frames to master: daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. That's all you need. That's all you need. Go for 1 to 3, 1 to 5. What's gonna happen? The best thing that people have in 9 to 5 is that they are not behind a computer and behind a phone all the time, because people that have that luxury, they're tending to go on lower time frame just to see if the market is going there in their favor or not. They tend to move stop loss too quickly, they want to cancel the trade, they take profit too quickly, right? And all that. Now people that are being patient because they don't have access to, let's say, the charts every single hour or every single minute, right? They let market do its thing. And what is happening? They're consistently growing their account. Now, of course, they have losses, they have drawdown, but it's all good, right? It's the percentage, it's literally the growing factor of their account that we're after. And after they can literally have, I don't know, in their trading account, what they earn in a yearly basis, okay, now you can move up, right? Or if you did 100 trades, which is like two trades per week, it's gonna take like the entire year, and you're gonna complete the 100 trades, right? If you do 3 trades per week, it's going to be a little bit faster. If you do 1 trades per week, of course, it's going to be a little bit longer. But in average, if you take 2 trades a week, 100 trades is usually 1 year, 1 trading year. Now, after 100 trades, if your score rate is like 66 out of 10 trades, you win. So pretty much you're 60% right. And you have 1 to 3, 1 to 5. What's going to happen? You're probably going to hit 6 figures. You're probably going to hit 6 figures on your trading account, starting with $500, starting with $1,000 or euros in our case. You're going to have 6 figures. And if you repeat exactly the same thing next year, you're going to be really scratching really close to 7 figures. And that was my breakthrough when I figured that out because of the compounding effect. And that's what we do every single day. Three time frames to take profits. That's it, right? And we're taking constantly profit out of the marketplace, right? Now, when we're talking about every single thing, let's say having trading in the zone, because this is the title of this call, right? Let me give you this thing. The biggest breakthrough that I had in the last 4 years being an educator in this IM industry, it's that trading is exactly the same thing if you want to go chairman. It's exactly the same dedication needed, right? There are people that are doing the both thing in the same time. I'm included, right? Going chairman and trading. Some people want to trade first and then go building something. If somebody's going to go building and then trading, it requires the same discipline. Because let's put Jason Brown right now, or Austin Gotzi, right, or Matt Rossa right now on the spot. What they're doing, they're constantly being in phase 1. So what that means, they're mastering the basics. They don't overcomplicate. They're sticking with the basics. Phase 1, right? Recruit, launching new people. That's all they do. And breaking ranks. That's all they do. That's what we do over here as well. Institutional candlestick, imbalance, right? Breakout structure, and risk to reward. That's all we need. That's all we need, right? And when I figured that out, everything was unlocked. And from that point, I would just believe that IM is literally the best opportunity that somebody can have in their head. Specifically, right now, what is happening in Europe with this virus, whatever is going on, right? But in the last 2 years, being with this COVID and all that, I really dive deep in spiritual development of success when it comes to trading, when it comes to the personality and all that. And what I figured out is that we have been conditioned to rather believe that we cannot succeed in something than we convince ourselves that we can actually be successful in something, right? And why is that? Is because, first of all, how many of you guys have been, and let's say, exposed to lesson or to the information in your school about how to be the best entrepreneur, how to build your own company, how to be the best investor? What did anybody of you guys even know what the hedge fund was when you were, let's say, in the high school? Nobody did, right? So when it comes to all that, is it just now with that I just proved the concept of, let's say, like schools and high schools and then jobs and all that. It's just big BS, right? It's just a scam. They're literally paying you to forget about your dreams, right? And through Forex, you can literally support or sponsorship your desired lifestyle. You can go and be a musician and you can support and build your own studio. You can be the best dancer. You can be the best, I don't know, piano player. You can become whatever you want to be when you master the skill set. Because what is actually happening is the fact that, look, we have Corona happening right now. You need to stay at home. You all need like internet, one screen, and you're good to go. Charts, bam, you're making your bucks from the home, right? Now, when it comes, let's go back to spirituality, right? And I came across Joe Dispenza. And if you were on my sessions, I was literally obsessed with him. I was like, every single session, I was like, read the Joe Dispenza. Why? Because imagine, how do you feel when you have 2 or 3 losses in a row? How do you feel when friend come into your organization, you put literally everything that you have on him, you want to be like in a position to provide for him support, that he's going to go chairman because If he go chairman, you're going to be chairman. And then he quit. How do you feel? Right? And emotions are putting us in a position where we are taking actions or literally putting our body into experience something completely negative. And that's where we start to drift. And that's where we try to postpone things that we need to do. That's where we find excuse why we don't want to do something because we just don't feel. Right? Now, when we talk about spirituality and we talk about, let's say, emotional intelligence over here, a lot of us have been conditioned and programmed from the day one on this planet Earth to think 80 to 90% of the time negatively about ourselves. Constantly. I cannot do that because, like, it's not our fault. It's just like we were born in this system. How many times your parents said you cannot do that, don't do that, right? Don't do that, not this, do that, right? Don't compare to somebody else, right? Yada yada yada. Don't. No, no, no. That's all we heard. Rarely any parents explain why you don't want to do that, right? Exactly. And what we start to figure out, we start to design our character, what we can and what we cannot do. We have been literally shaped, and that's what we call our comfort zone. And exactly the same thing is with our money. Money is just an energy. Money is literally nothing, right? It's just a piece of paper that we put value on because we have been taught to put value on. Now it's not even paper, it's just our bank account, just like a number, a digital number that we're chasing every single time, every single day, every single month, right? Because the entire system is driven by money. Now, because of our, let's say, how we grow up, each of us can literally handle, I don't know, 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, but that's pretty much tops. So maybe we can out earn our parents 10 to 20%. That's maximum. That's maximum. Because extra, we don't believe in because we think that we're not worth it. Because we didn't have been experience that you can earn something else. Or if you earn something else or a higher number, you're probably doing something illegal, right? You're scamming people or you're in mafia, whatever, you're criminal, right? That's how we have been conditioned because we have been taught that somebody else needs to lose in order to us to gain, right? And when I break through that concept, oh, I said, you know what? Dang, it's true. Like whoever right now I see as a role model when it comes to like financial, um, let's say passive incomes or having a million or a billion or whatever it is, like they don't believe that there is a cap on how much they can earn. But they put themselves in a position that is higher than money. Like they put themselves in a position beyond money, and money becomes the consequence of what they're doing. And that's exactly the same thing we're here with Forex, right? Because profit that we see in our MetaTrader account is the consequence of mastering the basics. It's the entire mathematical formula that puts the result out. But because we have been conditioned to always focus on the result, always focus on the result, result's not going to change. We need to focus in a process like what is in that mathematical equation in order to produce higher results. Because 2 plus 2 is 4. Now, in order to 4 become 5, we need to change either the first 2 or the second 2 into 3, or 2.5 plus 2.5 is going to become 5. But if we're going to start into the 4 and just trying to somehow like figure out how the 4 is going to become a 5, never going to happen. It's never going to happen because the result we can only control by controlling what is controllable in our life. And that's literally mastering the basics. And whatever you're going to do in your life is just mastering the basics. Entrepreneurship, leadership, building this company up, building your organization, building your trading account, smashing the FTMOs, I don't know, investing in crypto. It's exactly the same thing, mastering the basics. But because like I was trying to go really far in this Forex industry, we're trying to like, I don't know, figure out the warm water, but there is no need to do that. And I was just literally spinning in the loop, right? I didn't go nowhere, right? But when I come back to the basics, come back what we know, come back to where we started, institutional currency, break of structure, R&R, account was growing, right? Account was growing. And then again, then of course, what I figured out is like, okay, now I'm mastering 1 hour, 4 hour daily. Now I can go in 15 minute. Now I can go in 5 minute, but that's my cap. That's my cap, right? For somebody, it's gonna be 1 minute. Fine, go for it, right? You might be the one proving me wrong that you can be consistent with it, and I'm happy for you. I'm grateful for you, right? Because again, we're talking about we're trading probably my estimate number right now in forex industry. We're probably touching 12 to 13 trillion dollar market a day. Like 5.6, that's old news. That's like from 2016. Because I think about it, just the last year, Americans they print $5 trillion and put it into the marketplace, right? So think about it. So that's why I'm saying that we each of us can be a billion where the big capital B, and we're not going to even move the market even if we place a buy right now in exactly the same time, because that's how much money is inside of the marketplace, right? And that's how much abundance inside of the marketplace, right? And let me end up with this. When when you go into something that you really want to become, first thing what you need to do is, like, let's say law attraction. I know that some of you guys have really um, heard about it. Some of you guys maybe do it. Some of you guys maybe not do it. But what I'm going to challenge you guys to do is every single morning or every single evening, buy a special notebook, right? It can be literally like a small one. It can be like the entire A4 format, and really challenge yourself that each day you're gonna write down what you're gonna become in the future. How do you see yourself in the future? And you're gonna say the gratitude about it as it already happened. Right? I'm grateful because I'm 7-figure traders and I can provide for my family. I'm grateful that I'm sitting in this car because this is a result how good I am with my team. Right? What's gonna happen is the fact that life becomes magical, right? And you can actually attract the winning streak in the marketplace. You can attract the best leaders into your team. You can attract the growth of your organization. You can change your energy. And what's going to happen with that, you're going to break the pattern of thinking negatively about self. You're going to start breaking that patterns. And when we're talking about spirituality side of the being successful, guys, in this world, you can hit $1 million. You can hit $100 million, but you can still feel like a broken person inside of you. You're not like you can still feel unfulfilled, right? Because the first thing what you need to do is being grateful for where you are right now and what is about to happen with you. And first of all, you need to see yourself successful inside of you. Your inner world needs to be already programmed or playing the video in your mind how you gonna hit chairman, how you gonna be 7-figure trader, how you gonna have multiple FTMO accounts in your trading account, right? How you gonna smash the next level. And when the inner world is like without a shadow of a doubt, the 3D reality is literally gonna design your inner world, and you're gonna literally experience your dream. Okay, but that's the thing, because we have been conditioned on social media, right? How we have been raised, that we don't even understand our inner world. Our inner world is literally a mess. Because think about it, right now, we completely lost our self-esteem. Like I see a lot of people being a really like, when I speak to somebody, they're like something like that, like they are or hiding, like they're not comfortable. And because we have always been conditioned on social media what others think about us. Oh, I'm not going to start with this company because what others going to think about me. I'm not going to call this person because what's going to he think about me if I'm doing that, right? And we'd be scared. But what I'm telling you guys right now, you need to have backbone grown. You need to have chest out, because nobody is walking in your life with your own shoes. Only you see your vision, and it's not on you if your vision and your future makes other uncomfortable, right? I had the biggest issue because my parents is from ex-Yugoslavia, right? What they think about their, like how they have been raised up is like, if you are a millionaire, you did something really, really, really bad, right? And when I started saying like, I'm going to be the best trader, I'm going to be the first millionaire in our family, and I'm going to prove it to you, I was constantly getting like pessimist. Oh, are you already a millionaire? Like months later, like, oh, are you already a millionaire? What you're doing is not working. Don't do that. Like go, like focus on getting a master's degree from the college, be the best in the class, whatever, right? But I was always believing on myself. And yeah, Slavic culture, exactly. But the biggest breakthrough in me was, and I found later when I had enough of my father being pessimistic and rather motivate me and support me. I sit him down, right, and we discuss like, don't give me pessimistic, because you already know that when you're gonna go and be literally done with working, right, and when you're gonna be retirement, your retirement is gonna suck. Now imagine my retirement. My my generation is not even going to see retirement, especially not after this COVID situation, right? And like we have retirement where we hear like, if you have been on minimal wage the entire time, your retirement is going to be like 300 bucks or 300 euros over here in Slovenia, which sucks, really sucks. It's literally a slavery from after 45 years that you literally destroy your body working for the government. That's BS. And when I put that down, I said, you know what? I'm going to be a millionaire because I want to be somewhere drinking pina colada when I'm going to be 70, all bald, right? And that's going to be my retirement fund. So don't give me the pessimistic, like literally support me. What happened in that year? That was 2015. What happened? We sit down with my family. My mom was in the like in on the table as well, right behind the table. They start to really think differently, and what they have to, like what moved them is like that retirement statement that I said. And what they were doing, and I found out a year ago, they were putting every single salary that they got, they take 100 euros each and they invest in silver and gold, right? So you can go back and put down like weekly or monthly gold charts on gold and silver, and you're going to see where they bought from 2015 to now. They're still doing that. So just from that investment, they're done. Like they're good, right? They're good. Literally, they can sell right now everything, and they're going to be good for life. And that was blowing my mind. And now with this I can literally share this with everybody. Because like smart money concept, you can go crypto, you can go stocks, you can go indexes, you can go forex. Every single thing unlocks because you understand how the market operates. That's the power for over here. Now, if everybody has this information, everybody should win, right? And it's not happening. Why? Because of the mindset, personal development. Guys, the reason how, like, let's say for example, why everybody most of the time 95% of the people that win lottery end up being way worse than before they won the lottery. Because when we're talking about 7, 8, 10 figures, that's a lot of energy, and you need to have the mindset to control that amount of money. And the personal development, all the experience that you are actually going through right now, all the challenges that you are getting through right now is actually building you up for that number. I know it sucks. Like it's literally having a wound and squeezing the lemon on it. I know it sucks. But you need to go through it because that's the growing period. You if you quit when you're growing, you're never gonna make it. Right? You're probably never gonna make it. Right? And that's why I'm saying, guys, that when we're talking about money, right? I believe that so passionately. Like 4 figures is this, 5 figures is this, 7 figures is this, 8 figures is this amount of energy. We have been programmed through our uh, livelihood to control only this. And that's pretty much the salary that we have on the monthly basics. You need to expand your mind. You need to stretch your mind. You need to grow in order to control a lot of money, right? And we each of us have a different thermostat, like financial thermostat. Somebody right now has it on 5 figures, somebody on 3 figures, somebody on 2 figures. Doesn't even matter. What matter is what you're gonna do right now and what you do on every single minute throughout the day in order to increase that financial thermostat, right? And that's what you need to focus on the most. Having the habits throughout the day to go next level, to get you in a position that you're gonna be able to even control 7 figures, 6 figures, to get the passive income in, to then invest into something else. It all comes down from the mindset, right? And I said like a few weeks ago, I had a mindset call when I had a feeling that people are kind of like losing the confidence. I said like, how many of you guys right now, if we go, let's say 1945, can literally go and deploy in the Obama Beach, right, on D-Day and run across the beach, right? We got soft. And I, like with me included, we got soft. I haven't even been in army or military for that matter, right? But that's why, that's the problem. Millennials right now, that's the problem. The generation that is living right now, that's the problem. You need to really go, like the softest generation, that's exactly it. You need to go out there, put your chain out. You gotta go, like life is gonna give you a punch on the teeth. It's just like, are you actually gonna go forward through it? Or are you gonna lay down and just cry and hope that mama and dad is actually gonna save you, right? And I'm telling you guys, right now, that's why I train Muay Thai. There is no way you're gonna be going out of gym after like before 60 minutes pass, right? And I learned a lot about myself there, right? Oh, all right. So I have still let's say 10 minutes. So let's talk about, because I know that a lot of you guys are, let's say, question, okay, Brock, what are you doing on a daily basis, every single day, that you are in a position right now that we see you, right? Let me give you this, right? I wake up at 5 a.m., including weekends. And I was usually like, if I would go back 5 years from now, I was literally go to sleep 11 p.m. and I wake up 1 p.m. because I thought that I'm tired. But in fact, I was just being lazy, right? So I wake up 5 a.m. 5:15, I already have my cup of coffee and I'm reading my personal development book, 10 to 15 pages, right? And I know, like at the beginning, it sucked. Like I didn't even know what I read at that page. Like my mind was all over. My mind was all over it. But with consistency, what happens? Bam. You focus on the book. You wake up at 5 a.m. Your body's used to. You're rock and rolling, right? That's probably till, let's say, 5:40, let's say 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. meditation every single day. If you're gonna read the Joe Dispenza, you're gonna know exactly which meditation I'm doing. So that's till 7 a.m. Now, on the days that I'm not streaming, let's say Monday and Friday, that I'm not streaming at 8 a.m., I'm usually going on Muay Thai training, right? So I see the somebody had the UFC the band over here. All right, so I train Muay Thai, right? So at 8 a.m., like I'm already fired up. Probably I like already burned 700, 800 calories, I'm rock and rolling when people are literally dragging their asses out of the bed. I'm already like on the high energy, right? So my trading times, London, New York Open. That's where I'm most active. 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I'm usually like 99% of the time I'm not even trading. Even if the position is there, I'm not opening. Um, that's that. Okay, then I'm streaming in the between 9 and noon. That's when I'm most active behind the charts, because I either have the bounce back stream, or I'm having the stream on my regular Go Live, right? Or we throw, let's say, additional Zoom call for the squad and just go through the charts, right? Then it's lunch, of course, and then usually bounce back New York. I'm active, right? I'm watching what the New York Open is doing, where I can enter the marketplace. Usually listening to podcasts. I love Andy Frisella. He's like the goat when it comes to the leadership and entrepreneurship. And then probably like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., I'm probably going out on the walk with my girlfriend. We start to like talk about, okay, what we need to do to go next level with business with my girlfriend. And or the who, Andy Frisella, right? Andy Frisella. Let me type it in. Andy Frisella. There we go. All right, that's the goat. So what I'm doing is like always trying to figure out what I need to do on each and single hour to go next level, right? Do I need to do another call for the squad? Do I need to have another opportunity call for the squad? Is there a book that I need to read? Is there um, something that I need to adapt as a new habit in order to go next level, right? So constantly being a student mentality, trying to figure out how do I need to design my life on each and single day in order to go next level, in order to break next barrier, right? And challenge myself to do what I'm most fearful. I don't know, calling 10 people up. You know what? I have an event right now. Come, right? Watch this opportunity webinar, for example, right? That's where a lot of people are the most afraid of, you know? And with that, you know, what happened is that life gets really fast paced after that. And because you're literally in the vibe, when you put yourself in a position to win, what's going to happen? You attract winners. Whether that's trades, whether that's people, you attract winners, right? And I know that when you have your life, when you have your job, when you have your kids, when you have your family and all that, I know that, let's say, time is a little bit stiff. What I'm going to say you to this: the best, the best luxury that you have right now is the sleep. If you believe that you need to sleep 8 hours, that's a scam. I sleep, I go to sleep like 11 to midnight usually, and I wake up 5 a.m. ready to rock and roll. But I need to have my food on point, right? No chips and all that, and fuzzy drinks, sugar and all that. Try to stay away from there. I know it sucks. I know it tastes good in the mouth, but it like your body is not respecting that because that's low energy. All right, and everything start there, right? Do you have an alarm clock? Yes, I do have it. I do have it. 5 a.m. Now, when it comes to all that, you can see that when you are dedicated and inspired and motivated to do certain things, it's not going to be hard. You just need to decide. A lot of you guys maybe are still not really in a position to decide to go all in this, right? You are maybe trying this out. All I'm saying this is that if you're not going to go all in into this, or to, let's say, next opportunity that life is going to bring to you, what's going to happen? You're just literally going to be experiencing a roller coaster, because time is going to pass, years are going to pass, months are going to pass. And if you're trying the next thing and just trying and trying and trying and trying, you're never going to go all in. You're never going to have the best results that you can actually have, right? And grow through the challenges. That's the best thing. Grow through the challenges. I know it sucks. It's hard. It's emotional pain. You don't know what to do, right? For me, I don't know. I think I have a talent that every single challenge that I come across, and that I see that it's really is going to be taking a lot of energy from me, I kind of like break it down as like a program in the computer, right? Okay, if I do this, I'm probably gonna have this result, right? And I'm breaking down the challenge into small tasks, right? Okay, what can I do today? Bam, 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 bam. What can I do this week? Bam, 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 bam. Because what's gonna happen in a month, I might already break through that challenge. But if you see a big challenge and you are not able to break it down, what you need to tackle in order to grow through it, what's going to happen? That's going to become the entire mountain in your head, and you're going to feel depressed and anxiety and be really like low energy, because that amount of energy that we put into that challenge or into that problem in our life is literally just going to be like a tsunami covering us, right? And what I learned is that people tend to have an anxiety and depression when they're being lazy, because that's when you have the time to think about the problems, to think about negativity. That's when you're dwelling. That's when you're literally spinning around on something negatively. What happened when you are in a position when you're literally, I don't know, you're laying in your bed and you're thinking about next day in the morning you need to go to the school or to the work, and you're going to meet the people that you don't like, right? And they don't like you, and you think about how you might get into an argument with a boss. What's happening with your body? Your body is already there. Your body is literally experienced that fight, and you're literally cannot sleep because your pulse is up. You're literally, your body is in a flight or fight mode. And because you're doing that, universe is saying, well, he's playing this video, right? Law of attraction works all the time. What's going to happen? Next morning, you're going to spill your coffee in the morning. You're going to be late to the work, and your boss is going to be all stingy about it, and you're going to have a fight with the boss just because what you did on evening before. Exactly the same thing can happen with a positive attitude, right? With a positive image. That's why I gave you the homework of being in a gratitude state, and I'm doing it every single evening, because that put me in a position when I'm literally dreaming before I go to the sleep, because I'm already envisioning how I'm hitting Chairman 100, how my organization is one of the most FTMO traders, how I have the best leader, who I'm going to meet tomorrow that is going to bring an ace into my organization, right? How the GU is going to move tomorrow so we can all be profitable on Go Live. It's already there. It's already happened, right? So, all right, that's pretty much like the entire breakdown. Of course, I know that I can go on and on and on with this one, but I hope that I inspire you guys and move into a place when you can really take actions and really change your life around. And after this COVID situation is going to be done, you're literally going to come out as the best version of yourself. That's what we really want to do. Okay. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for having me. Shout out to everybody in Germany. I love you all, and see you guys on Go Live. Peace out.
All right, thank you very much, Rock. Oh my God. I literally, I'm going to see this call over and over and over again. Leute, wirklich, ich hoffe, ihr habt wirklich auch Insta-Stories gemacht mit Rock und Rock drauf markiert, ja. Ich hoffe, ihr habt mitgeschrieben. Ich werde mir den Call definitiv nochmal reinziehen. Geisteskrank, ja, war auch viel Advanced Shit dabei, auf jeden Fall richtig krass. Und für all die Leute vielleicht, die den einen oder anderen Punkt nicht verstanden haben, das Ding ist, wir müssen jetzt leider weiter, weil dieser Account, der wird jetzt für einen anderen Teamcall benötigt, okay? Aber eins habe ich mir auf jeden Fall aufgeschrieben, was ich jetzt durchziehen werde, Leute. Ihr müsst euch vorstellen, damals habe ich Rock persönlich das erste Mal in London gesehen, okay, in London. Und in London hat er das schon erzählt mit dem Thema 1:3, 1:5 CRV, okay? Ganz wichtig, das, was Rock gerade erzählt hat über Smart Money Concepts, das zählt jetzt nicht für die Leute unter euch, die Memes traden oder so. Ja, aber ich rede jetzt mal zu den Leuten, die halt Smart Money traden oder eine andere Strategie, die auch ein höheres Risk-Reward zulässt, okay? Wer kennt es selber, wenn er mal gierig war, auch so ein 1:10, 1:20 wollte? Wer kennt das von euch? Ja, droppt mal gerne etwas in den Chat rein. Und das Ding ist so, ich habe Rock damals gesehen, das erste Mal in London, und er hat schon gesagt, hey, wir machen jetzt eine Challenge, ihr macht 100 Trades. Die nächsten 100 Trades werdet ihr nur 1:3 und 1:5 Trades nehmen. Nichts darüber, in Ordnung? Und dann schaut mal, wie profitabel ihr wart. Und ich dachte so, ich ziehe das durch, ich habe einen Trade genommen, nie wieder durchgezogen. Ja, aber jetzt habe ich mir in diesem Call wirklich eine Liste gemacht, Leute, so eine Strichliste quasi, 100 Kästchen, ja, 1:3, 1:5 Trades, weil Rock hat es gesagt und das hat gerade so gehittet, ja, wie kannst du erwarten, ja, in lower Timeframes im Endeffekt konstant profitabel zu sein, wenn du es nicht mal in higher Timeframes schaffst. Ja, vielleicht so ein kleiner Ansporn für euch, Leute. Ja, ansonsten geht wirklich nochmal eure Notizen durch. Bedankt euch wirklich bei Rock auch gerne auf Insta, ja. Markiert in den Stories. Und Leute, in dem Sinne, we see us at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Bis dann. So. Bis dann.